Have you ever wondered where to touch a woman to make her feel truly connected and excited in a relationship? Today, we're uncovering the secrets to creating magical and exciting connections through touch. This video will reveal 13 places women love to be touched and how you can use these touches to generate attraction and build a happy, united relationship. Understanding where and how to touch a woman can make all the difference, whether you're not yet dating or already in a relationship. We'll break down these 13 touch points into 2 stages, before dating and during a relationship, to help you navigate each phase with confidence and charm. Imagine touching her hand just the right way to give her butterflies or lightly grazing her back to provide comfort and reassurance. We'll explore these subtle yet powerful gestures and more, giving you the insights you need to become an expert in creating intimate, meaningful connections. So, are you ready to unlock the secrets to deeper, more fulfilling relationships? Let's dive into the 13 places where women want to be touched and discover how you can make every touch count. Where you can touch a woman so she feels the fire of passion for you burning deep within her. And this conversation is real, but not amazing. It's magical, wonderful, and it's one of the primary reasons we want relationships to help us connect. Before we delve into these transformative insights, I want to take a moment to connect with you. If you're finding value in this content and want to empower your relationships, please consider supporting our channel. Our dream is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, we can make it a reality. By subscribing, you'll join a community dedicated to creating deeper connections and building fulfilling relationships. Thank you for being part of this journey. Experience love in a magical, exciting way. If you are a gentleman, I am looking for a decent girl. It is important to understand how and where to touch a woman correctly. You don't want to appear completely terrifying, however. Without any contact, it would be extremely. It is difficult to generate attraction. Therefore, it is something you must be. Be cautious if you want a relationship in which both partners are happy, understanding each other, and are very united, and the woman is sweet and kind. Understanding how to touch her and which places that are preferred become essential. Watching the video from beginning to end will demonstrate how you can become an expert in your conquest. In a matter of minutes, I'll share something with you that can bring you more pleasure than using only your hands when discussing the topic is intriguing, and you have committed to learning this skill. Stay tuned to the complete video where you can get some valuable tips. Don't forget to subscribe. Go to my channel and activate the notification bell. Here we are. So let's discuss the 13 points at which women want to be touched in this video. I will divide them into 2 stages because there are multiple stages involved. I can mention 2 stages, the first of which when you're not yet dating her. The second stage occurs when you are already in a relationship with her. While we are in a relationship, we need to learn the proper ways to touch a woman instead of waiting. You must be in a relationship to do so. Need to understand the benefits and drawbacks. The primary reason for each phase would be, it would be beneficial for you to understand these 2 stages. The fact that if you are in stage 1 and act as if you are experienced person, everything would certainly fall. Apart from if you want to take an inappropriate attitude as soon as you approach her, I advise you to think about it through, because remember, strange attitudes will drive her away. Abstaining appears to be the right. Well, let's go through this. First part, are you ready? If you're with me, we can start right now. In this first part, we will discuss touching the hands, even though this does not imply she would like you to hold her. However, it would probably be better to save that gesture for when you are currently in a romantic relationship, but there is no problem. Occasionally touching her hand, for example, if you're giving her something, allow your fingers to brush against hers, or let your palm lightly touch. This will almost certainly provide her with butterflies in her stomach, making her think about how you can tell if a woman interested in you first and foremost. Look for a sign that she allows. You should touch her hands. This is significant and will be evident in her. She will have conversations with friends. Celebrate for days if she feels at ease with you and has a sense of connection, means she is happy to talk. A woman may touch another area. Enjoy attention to the arms there. Countless ways to lightly touch her. arm, such as during an intimate conversation or while having fun, together when attempting to break the contact barrier and get closer to her. In a romantic sense, non-intimidating and undeniably charming place to touch is her arm. It will undoubtedly help you. Converse more easily in the next place. The woman wants to have contact with her. Back, you can find some places that offer. However, her back would be ideal. Option if you touch too high or too low. It is not going to work well. Not recommended at all. It's a bit scary. If the value is too low, it should be. To avoid this, the general rule is the height of the shoulder blade or located slightly beneath the shoulder blade. Women, it is very pleasant to feel the touching a man's arm or hand on their backs, providing them with comfort, reassurance that you can act in this manner if you are walking beside her or bending down. To discuss something, such as this, will have an exciting effect on her, will ensure her safety and well-being. This factor is taken care of. Unquestionably attractive, this is one of my... In fact, it is extremely popular, powerful. The next place where a woman wants to be touched is not always a... However, there is an implication that she simply wants you to sit next to her. If you are not in a relationship, avoid. Putting your arm around her is more appropriate when you're in a relationship you don't want to appear in. Scary, but it is perfectly normal to sit beside her and make physical contact, like touching the shoulders or knees, is something she will certainly notice. Without your words, it is captivating and sweet. It makes her think, ah, maybe he likes me. He is sitting beside me, and that's charming. Do not hesitate to get close enough for incidental contact between you when you ask where a woman wants to be touched. There is no single answer as advice. Can suggest she would like to be hugged. A sincere hug remains a delight. There are profound differences in relationships. Effects of embracing that science explain, so let this please you. Right, don't hesitate to hug her. You can do this even if you are not in a relationship, but it will surely generate intimacy and connection. Indicate interest in another suggestion for having physical contact with her. It is not necessary to offer her your arm, something many people do but should. Because it is charming, this works, especially if she's wearing high heels or if the ground is slightly uneven. It looks cute and once again demonstrates that you are protecting her. And this demonstrates that you are manly, secure, and strong. She can even rest her arm on yours. Would also be great to think about, but don't overthink it. Simply offer her your arm is beautiful and charming, just keep it. Remember that a gentleman is always, it is intriguing to be associated with romance. However, not everyone practices it, so you can. Be unique when you are kind. You stand out as a courteous gentleman. It is most appealing to her to have such a man the woman wants to spend her life with. With love, the act of offering your arm is something very pleasant, so I would like you to remember that when discussing this. List of places where a woman enjoys being. It is equally important to know how and where to touch her. The first step you should take is important, but you should also discover the small steps that led to this point. Of touch, you need to know what. How to make her interested in you. Create desire, attraction, and what makes her want your touch. Everything will seem terrifying, and this is not what you want. But how do you get to the point where a woman desires contact? And how do you make her fall in love with you if the woman is exactly what you desire, and with whom the previous method does not work? You must master the skills to capture her. Attention, talk to her, increase the level of attraction, and ultimately make an attempt at intimacy are touched. All. These are the things that cause her to desire it. It is challenging, and I know there are many variables and a margin of error are, especially if you had any previous experiences that made you feel embarrassment, rejection, and heartbreak. That's why I created this video for you. At the very least, you now have somewhere to learn to find the sweet and gentle. The love of your life must fall in love with you, so she always returns to your loving kisses and stays with you all the time. I leave no space for ambiguities, so you do not have to worry whether it is the right thing to do or not. Shouldn't we already have our previous discussion on the subject of touching a woman in a relationship next? We will discuss when and where to do it. And you should only consider this. whether you're in a relationship or not yet married but dating in the first place. To touch her when you are in a relationship is her hair, a man playing. Using her hair or gently stroking it. Taking it away from her face or tucking it behind her ear can be quiet. These simple actions can capture attention, make her feel more feminine, attractive. You should be able to evaluate how she feels based on her response. Remember not to overdo it. Not all women enjoy having their hair tousled. There's no doubt that they made an effort to make it look amazing when they went. Out with you, her face is next. A woman wants to be caressed, so let me give. As an example, when you kiss someone, woman, try touching her cheek, and you can put your hand on her cheek. Very tender, those small caresses on your face is full of loving bliss. They do make a girl feel loved. The next part, where you can touch a woman, is the waist. Therefore, if you simply place your hands on her. If she hugs you, wrap your arms around her waist. Around her waist, even when kissing, place your hands on the woman's waist. Provides pleasant sensations, which helps. She feels more connected to you and also increases her femininity. As she sees, you will appear more masculine if you create. She will feel a sense of femininity. Another person sees you as more masculine. One thing that can be done is to hug her. This may appear obvious, but as I mentioned, initially the hand should not be too high. When placed at the back, the exception is hugging with the... You are not saying, "Hey, old friend." Instead, all you do is hug her. With the arm, it is certainly acceptable if she rests on your shoulders or the upper back while you hug her. This is a very cozy signal. The next step is not a relationship that will be disastrous. If you don't have one, she'll be unhappy, because that place is the knee. Consider a scenario where you are sitting together, and you put your hand on her knee as if it were the area around the kneecap is extremely tender. It's like you want to show her that you are still with her while enjoying such an intimate moment, and it is adorable. It's amazing how simple things can be so adorable. Underestimating the power of touch is not recommended to increase. Attraction touching the knee is something cautious, which some women like others may find it uncomfortable. The right moment to touch a woman. The second most preferred area to touch. However, grabbing her neck is not an option that is not good and should deter anyone from trying, but consider a scenario in which you are, for example, fixing her hair, and at some, you place your hand on her neck and suppose you're kissing or something. Certainly there are cute ways to caress the neck, which still makes her feel feminine and attractive to you. Now let's move on to the next, a place where you can touch a woman. Although it may appear very obvious, it is. Her mouth, of course, is kissing. People will immediately consider this something that can be done in this situation. If you are in a relationship, you should probably kiss her, but this does not necessarily imply only kisses at some. We have all seen that movie scene. The guy takes a bite of something, places it in his mouth and gently touches or wipes her mouth. So far, it has become a cliché, as shown in many movies, but not without reason. Because it looks so cute, it is a very nice and entertaining way to break the touch barrier and make her feel closer, more attracted to you, okay? Have we discussed phase 1 when you do not have a partner, and another phase when you do have a partner? Pay close focus on anything beyond what I shared with you, that it should only reserved for after the wedding day. This is another fact that I know many people will not like, but there is much more I would like to tell you, but we can discuss it later after the wedding. There are some factors involved here. The first and most significant factor is if she is a woman of high quality and class, a woman with a lot of love to give, that she seeks to give that love exclusively to her husband. Then if you try some of these things before marrying her, this raises a red flag, prompting her to say, "I don't want this guy to have another advantage in this approach," is that it not only guarantees that you discover the ideal woman for your needs, but also makes her feel safe, protected. Ask yourself, as you always, what kind of woman are you trying to attract? Is she a classy woman? If you are looking for an elegant woman, should employ strategies that enable you to attract her type and maintain things. Outside of marriage, the only approach is to catch the attention of a woman who is very loving and caring. This woman would also be loyal. Even before becoming your wife means that she reserves herself for marriage. If you attract these toxic, fake women, is frequently one of the main reasons why you need this video. To establish these boundaries, calculative from the beginning, and if you are wondering, how do I find a good, loyal woman? How do I find an appropriate one? Learn more about this loving, kind, and amazing woman. Watch our videos, and also in our This Way, you will be able to discover the great and wonderful love that your life deserves, and you deserve true love. It should be mentioned here that every woman is unique and individual. What are your preferences for intimate touch? May work for one woman but not for another due to their differences. Characters are the most important element. In the physical connection is communication and consent between two people. People that would strengthen their relationship, built on trust and respect when it comes to discovering areas, the most desirable parts of a woman's body. To be touched, remember to obtain. Consent is very important to check with your partner if she desires and feels comfortable before making any physical. Contact us now. Proper open communication is a way to create good understanding. However, certain areas are particularly sensitive and pleasurable for most women. The neck was always one of those zones with a delicate kiss and warm breath, or a simple touch with a finger can send chills throughout your body. Additionally, the lips are very soft. Sensible kisses, passionate but tender, can cause an overwhelming. Carefully explore the emotional connection. Her body, including the back and abdomen, thighs and breasts, among others. Respect your partner's limits and preferences should always be in your area, aside from commonly known erogenous zones such as the ears, scalp and feet. Don't overlook other sensitive areas. The hand's touch can be fantastic, but it does not represent all the components of a true physical connection in any healthy, emotionally satisfying relationship. Intimacy, trust and mutual respect are equally important, so my love uses this. Knowledge to build your intimacy. Desire in your relationship, but always remember what they want. And finally, the real magic happens. When both feel safe, loved and desired to each other, here are some options a man can consider making his own. Making the relationship more interesting, he has a deep connection with the woman there. There are numerous ways to promote health. Communication is open and honest. To ensure effective communication, build an environment in which both can easily communicate. Concerning their desires, fantasies and needs in open and honest communication plays an important role in building emotional intimacy between two. The second point is to surprise, which is achievable with your partner. Through unexpected acts and surprises, show how much you're by her side. A romantic dinner can include weekend getaway, or even small gifts. Sweet messages throughout the day. The third point is to ensure that sexual fantasies are encouraged. Openness in sharing them is vital to establishing a safe and non-judgmental environment. Space where both can share their intimate desires and have new experiences. Experiences that contribute to the value. In your relationship, the fourth point is love. Make sure to keep the flame of love alive in your partner. Make an effort to have romantic dates and exchange love. Letters provide genuine compliments and show how extraordinary you're. The fifth point refers to your partner. Experiment with physical contact. Identify and experiment with sensitive areas of your partner's body. Take time to touch and caress. Discover her body in a way that makes her feel comfortable and stimulated. Keep in mind that every individual is unique, so remain open to discovering what pleases her. As we bid farewell to this journey of discovery, let us remember the profound wisdom of Stoicism and its teachings on love and connection. May these insights serve as a guiding light on your path to intimacy and fulfillment. And remember, true connection is not found in the physical act of touch, but in the deep, unspoken bond between two souls. If you found this exploration enlightening and want to continue uncovering the secrets of passion and connection,